Good morning, everyone. Awesome. Hey, welcome. I am Algo, and thanks for joining me on Friday, December 10th, 2021. We are going to try to find some stocks and options that are going to make a greater than expected move today. Remember, today is Friday. Today is Lotto Friday, and you don't want to lose your on a Friday. Oh, yes. So, I doubt there'll be technical difficulties today because I learned from my mistakes like a good person should, and there's only one stream going out to YouTube, so there shouldn't be a whole bunch of people trying to jump in to something that's really not there. So get a couple more things set up here and we will get going. Futures overnight seem to be rising, looking pretty decent. We are looking pretty decent. So just need to get signed into one or two more things here and we will get going. Hope everybody's night was good. Today is Friday. We've got a couple plays that we need to double check on: Intel, Coin, Ulta, Docs, and Bank of America. Those are plays that I've had for a while now. I'm gonna have to either cut them or paint them, basically. Let's see. Let me just get this machine set up over here, and we will be good to go. That goes there. And you wonder why I have neck problems? I've got monitors all over the place, dude. One of these days I'll take a picture of my setup and post it so that we can see. It's just going to be, it's crazy, 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 crazy. All right, we're going to give a couple more minutes for people to show up. There should only be one stream going out to YouTube, so there won't be any of the issues that we had yesterday, right, with the dual streams. Yesterday was a great day. We traded Google from 2 to 7. I found that Google trade and realized I did a little bit more digging into it, and that Google trade, we could have played that sucker all week. It was one of those that just gives and gives and gives. So now that we know about it, it's probably going to change its direction, and it's mine, but we know what to look for now. We are going to be on the lookout for those type of trades going into every week. I think that Monday, Wednesday, or Monday, Thursday, I don't know, I'll have to look at the timing of it, but I believe a lot of it has to do with timing because, I mean, 3,000 Google calls were $2, right? That's super duper cheap. All right. Let me just make sure I've got active data going, and so far it looks like futures are pretty flat-esque. Right, let me just get this set up, and we will wait for somebody to show up. First one here gets a prize. First one there gets a prize. Okay, we are set up to trade futures. We are set up to go over the news. Morning, Terry. You were here first. You get a prize. Let me know what stocks you want to look at. We'll get you taken care of first, in case you got other things to do this morning. Okay. Good morning. All right, futures. As you can see, let me just refresh the old chart here. So this is midnight. We've been steadily increasing since then. I'd like a pullback. I don't want to rally overnight and then have to gap fade the entire market. So we have CPI numbers coming out. The market is probably going to hold its breath for that, depending upon how that plays out. It will either rip, rally, and roar, or it'll dumping DPD dump. So if the yen has anything to say about it, gold and bonds being down, I think we might get a pretty decent move. We don't want to get fooled, however, because we've got some head and shoulders forming here pretty, right? Little head, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, possibly. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Not a broken record, but it's kind of sketchy. All right. Let's see. This was overall market yesterday, and this is live options flow for yesterday. All those. Oh, what? No. No. 1 second here. I don't know how I got logged out. Muy better. Much better. So this was options. Options market. Or option. Nope. Option. Look at that. Bullish flow into Apple, Melly, Nvidia, Facebook, ARK, Amazon, Dash, BA. Yesterday was Roku, MSTR, Baba, TQQQ, SoFi. Dude, SoFi has some movement. Love to see that. All right. Options, dashboard is what we want there. Refresh the flow. All right. Mara and Tesla. Nope. Tesla first. Johnny should beat you by a few minutes. Just a couple minutes. I am looking at Coin, FSLR, FSLY, Airbnb so far. We want to look at Tesla and Mara. Definitely get those guys looked at right now. Wow, that's a lot of block trades. Alrighty, there we go. Tesla's at support. It gap filled, which is good. Algo's trading with price action. I adjusted the lines on the Algo, just making sure everybody can still see them. They looked really big. Let me know if that width is good for y'all, and I will leave it like that. Johnny, I was just teasing you too, bud. All right, so the Tesseract. Elon Musk came out and said that he sold. So I swear he's on the best psychoactive drugs in the world. One, look at his haircut. Poor guy. Look at his haircut. And two, some of the stuff he comes off with, like, I mean, there's a message behind it. We just have to try to decode it. One of these days, we should all put on our tinfoil hats and see what he's really talking about, right? Yeah, for sure. So the drink for the day is the White Gummy Bear Rain. I've been liking these rains a lot better. I wish they had the 300 milligrams of the old caffeination. And I like them better. Yeah, lack of creatine is really starting to help out. So, the Tesseract algorithm is creating inverse head and shoulders, right? Which is bullish. It's making, let's see, over this week was making a series of higher highs and higher lows up into yesterday. Right at that dark pool level at the close at 10:51. So on the 7th, let's see, the 7th we had a 10:51, 75 close, rally, pullback, broke support, sold off into the close, another dark pool level. Okay. I mean, the support and resistance levels are pretty easy to spot as far as the algo is concerned. It's at a weird little support level. I actually think that the algo may come back down to 1,000, and then from there it may move back up, right? Overall, it was attempting to make a nice little uptrend, right? If we channel it, it's going to pop down to 1,000 and then retrace and start moving back up. Price actions following the algorithm. We have an overhead block target. So this regular block trade came in on the 8th at the close, right? And then in the morning we gapped and we started selling off. So more than likely, if I were to research that one, it'd probably be some sells, right? That would be probably Elon selling his shares. We had a regular block came in on the 7th in the morning, right, to open, which popped us up. I'm just going to mark these last two levels as white lines because that's basically 1,000 and it's support, right? Long-term support at 1,000. A little bit of overhead resistance at 1,015. With Tesla, I mean, $15 doesn't really matter. Last time it was at this level, we gapped up and we had a run, right? This is Elon selling as well. I like this dark pool target at 1050, 75, or let's just call it 1051. This one here. I like that one right there. Can you guys see? Can y'all see that? Or do I need to increase the width of my lines again? Let me know in the comments or in the chat, please. So I'm looking for Tesla to bounce. If it breaks below 1,000, it can get real woody real quick. But again, pretty much of a dip buy opportunity, in my opinion, based on what the markets do. I'm going to preface this stream with this. We have to wait for CPI numbers to come out and see how the market's going to react to that, because it's an event that can and will move the market. So let's not get stuck with our thinking we know what's going on. The topic for this weekend's video will be how to look at bullish or bearish charts when you're bullish biased or some crap like that. I'm gonna look at Tesla real quick, okay? Let me just turn off some of this stuff. I've got some things that I watch over here, and they have a tendency to be very loud when they go off. Come on. If I mute them, then we are good. Okay. All right. So I feel like we may get a little bit of a bearish pullback, but overall we're setting up for a larger move end of the year into the beginning of January. So if you're using TradingView and you're ever interested in like, oh, I look at things bullishly all the time, I don't know, how to pick a downside target on something. Let's look at PayPal, for example, which I'm sorely disappointed in, right? I thought that we had the recovery move. I think I might have been, I don't know, man. I'm just disappointed in Tesla. We're setting up for something, but it's at a weird position right now. So if I'm bullish biased and it's hard, and if I don't have the Keltner channels there to help me find downside target, let's look at Google, for example, which is interestingly formed at head and shoulders on the 5 minute. Let's look at the 15. Ooh. So Google is doing something that I'm not super thrilled about. If it breaks this 15-minute Ichimoku cloud, we have a downside move. But how do I find that move? Do I just draw previous support resistance lines? Well, what if Google was, below all previous support and resistance? So what you would do in TradingView is you just go over and you hit invert scale, and what it does is it flips your charts upside down. So if you're used to looking at things from catching the bottom to the move up, like I am, inverting the scale allows you to basically turn the chart upside down and play the world upside, play it upside down. So, we throw a fib from high to low, which is actually from low to high, right? And TradingView does a good job of flipping the numbers. Thinkorswim doesn't, so it's a little bit different for Thinkorswim. So if we're looking at a downside target for Google, this 29, it's currently trading at 29.51, highs yesterday of 29.82. Like, this is upside down, okay? So if I were looking for a downside target on Google, I would look at the 382 retracement to 29.13, possibly the 50% retracement at 2892.50, right? So let me just flip this back over, right? Same kind of deal, right? Pull back to here, pull back to there. It's really nice for stocks that are like super downtrending. Oh, Roku maybe? I'm just trying to think of one that's been falling off the earth. Docu? DocuSign's a good one. So let's invert scale on DocuSign. Now it looks like it's a bull flag forming, right? Everything else flips with it, right? Ooh, wait a minute. No, so my indicators do not flip with it. So be careful with that. It's just a price action. So we'd have to use price action rules and techniques. So a fib level, take it from high, right? Fib levels from highs all the way down to, to lows, right? If DocuSign were to pull back, right, which is actually rallying, right? So let's just say it breaks this bull flag. That's actually a bear flag, right? So we got this little bear flag here, right? This looks like a bull flag, but it's not. So DocuSign, if it breaks 129, it's going to go to 88.50, then 75. Hopefully y'all are seeing this, right? I'll do a deeper dive video on the over the weekend, but actually DocuSign actually looks pretty bullish. Retrace to 191, possibly 209. You know what? I might get into. I can't believe I just found that. Docu maybe leaves. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. And yeah. All right, let's check it out. Terry, you also asked for Mara. All right, I'll get these, and then if you want to watch the rest, you can. If not, make sure you hit the like button. Okay. Mara is trading with the algorithm. I like this. This bearish divergence has played out. We're starting to create a little bit of bullish divergence now. Crypto is going to be reactive to gold. Gold had a nice little sell-off overnight, and I think we might get a nice bounce out of that. So we have some regular block trades that came in on the 3rd, this level here, right? We also have one that came in on the 7th, which is this one here, right? We bounced up off of that. And then we had one come in on the 6th at the bell, which is here, and we rallied up off of that. So all right, so Mara selling off, block trades came in. This is probably a nice sell order. We continue to sell off for the next couple of days. We came down, we hit 38 right on the nose, which is previous support. Block trade came in at the bell. We rallied off of that into the next day. We had a gap up. Block trade came in at the bell. Continuation rally, right? Which this one may have been mixed in that here's your sell order, here's your buy orders. Profit taking, right? Consolidation filled, bull flag breakout yesterday to sell off. We're currently resting at previous support. The algo was uptrending. Now it's pulled back to previous support. If the algo bounces here and continues up, I think we can yank price action up with this. Let me show you what that looks like illustrated. Let me get a different color here. We've also been beta testing the new version of FlowTrade, which should be released soon. Oh, it's glorious. If you're not already a member, I would get to be one pretty quick because it's all that and a bag of chips. All right, so if the algo can break out of its little bull flag there, ISK, we've got price action support here, right? Terry, was it you that follows Chandler and the zones? Let me know. I'm going to start incorporating those a lot more into things, and I can't remember if it was you or not. Someone was. I found someone in one of the other groups that I'm part of, and I was like, "Oh hey, how are you doing?" So if it was you, great. If not, I apologize. So, I mean, we're at support with Mara. Based on what Coinbase does, based on what Bitcoin does today, we may see a little bit of a pop. 44.29 is kind of like the line in the sand. Above 44.29, I think we get back up to 48. Below 41, we come back down and test 38. Okay. Yes, zones. Yes, zones. So, dude, check it. Zones yesterday. Google Play. He was like Google 3000s at $2. I was just like pre-market order. Those suckers went 2 to 7. Like, then they went 2 to 5. Then they went 2 to 4. And then they went 2 to 6. Then went 2 to 5, 2 to 4. Could have played those 5 times yesterday for like 15 grand. It was amazing. So yes, zones are important. I'm starting to get a deeper understanding of them. So yeah. All right, let's get into the news. And let me throw up the algo for AMD real quick if you want to take a screenshot of it or whatever. I'm going to move over to the news. All right, let me get rid of all my drawings. Okay. 145.21 white line, 142.18 white line, 140.78 white line, and regular block at 139.06. Algo is selling off. Price action's following it, right? We're at that level that if we break, we start getting pretty woody, right? 139 breaks, we come back down to 135. Okay, I like that AMD moves in $5 increments, so that's AMD. All right, let's get into some news. I didn't have a chance to pre-read any of this, so I'm going to do that real quick. Getty Images, ooh, they're coming out with something. Everbridge, whoa. I like all these stocks that are down 30%. That's crazy. CNTX. That's going to be news. All right. Is Laz here yet? Oh my gosh. The one day he's not here. Dude. Bro, I got something for you. What is up with these financials? I've seen a lot of financial news from companies I've never even heard of. Right? We're just going to remove all of those. We're not even going to pay attention to those. Excuse me. Waste management. Let's... dude, what's up with... all the stocks we don't know anything about have come out with news, so I've got to skim through these real quick. All right. Remember Fizz from last week? We talked about them. Oh, Lulu had earnings. Yay! Leslie's. Don't know who they are. Costco had earnings. Sweet. Chewy had earnings. Awesome. And AMC. There's lots of news coming about in and around AMC and some insider selling. So we will get into that. And the news today, or excuse me, key events today. CPI at 8:30. We will have futures up for that. And CPI, food and energy monthly over month. All right, let's get into it with these. TSM. Morning. Morning, Ludwig. I'm assuming that's you, Laz. All right. All right, which one do we want to look at? Let's look at this guy right here. All right, TSM. TSM's November revenue was up 18.7% year over year at 148 billion, or about 5.35 billion. What? Sales are up 10% compared to October. TSM is right at the 4-hour, mid. So TSM above 120.50. We see a move back to possibly 122.50. Below 119, I think we back test to 118. TSM choppy chop mode. Getty Images agreed to return to public markets through a merger with a blank check firm backed by CC Capital and Neuberger Berman, in a deal valued at about $4.8 billion, including the debt. The deal with CC Neuberger Principal Holdings will provide the company with proceeds of up to $1.2 billion, including the funds from a SPAC. Right? Getty Images, if you don't know who they are, iStock Photo, they own all the high quality images that you'll ever see. Right? So they have exclusivity deals with everyone to take pictures, and if you ever see it's iStock Photo, right? They sell their pictures and their technology. They're no joke about their rights and royalties, right? So if you go and you snag a picture from iStock and you don't have an account with them, they will track you down and charge you $1,000. How do we know? Previous company I worked for, one of my junior developers just grabbed it off of Google without using our account. We we've got an account with them, so we had to pay a $1,000 fine. It was crazy. They will get you real quick. 5 minutes before the 6 o'clock hour, or the 8 o'clock opening of the, I guess it's cash session or something. Look at the futes. Look at the futes, right? Look at the futes. Boom, 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 boom. Like I said, I don't like this move. I'd rather have more of a, you know, a little consolidation into CPI. Not so rally, 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 dump rally, dump rally. Okay, moving on. Oh, Lucid. Poor Lucid. Lucid's been beat up. Everbridge shares. I don't know if anybody's ever traded this before. EVBG down 30% from 100 to 75, from 120 to $75. Right? If they break this monthly bottom at 70, this is a perfect example. Where are they going to go from 70? Let's look at it this way. Laz, you missed the whole how to look at things bullishly from a bearish market. So they break 70. Where do they go? Let's do our fib extension from point to point to point. It's probably going to be this one. Let's see, where does that break? 127 at. This one. This one. Let's just do this. If for some reason they get to the monthly bottom at 74.50, next step's 56, 48, 37.50. Flip that over. It shows us the downside move, right? So rally back. They could very easily rally from 78 to 90 and then move back down. They can chop here for a couple days. All I know is if they break this monthly Keltner channel bottom at 70.50, they can get, that's like rug pull, yank the bottom out. They can drop all the way down to 55 quickly. So if you're looking for some bearish positions, EVBG, EVBG dot DOI. All right, moving on. Oracle. Oracle. Oracle had earnings. Look at that gorgeousness. Oh, how do we miss that play? Jeez. Well, I was earning. So from 88 to, no, that's a $10 move. But it blew through. So it blew through the daily top, 4-hour top. All right, let's see. From the daily bottom, 4-hour top, daily top, weekly mid, or weekly top. They're out of the weekly top. They're in a trifecta mode, which means they've blown out all of the Keltner channels. Let's get going with this. As far as targets for Oracle off of this news, remember, if you're going to play these, give it some time, because the IV that's been built into this will crush you. I like 104, 106. Initial target 102. Support at 95. This can become a peg stock, right? Rally, consolidate, parabolic move. So Oracle. They increased their authorization for share repurchases by 10 billion, sees Q3 revenue at up 6 to 8%, consensus at 10.56 billion versus, right? Sees currency headwind of 3% for revenue and 5C for EPS, right? So 5 cents. So their EPS, earnings per share, were at $1.21 versus 111. Adjusted 2Q revenue at 10.36 billion versus 10.21 billion. Pretty bullish on that one. Broadcom, AVGO, earnings related. AVGO. There we go. All right, look at that. That's another trifecta mode. Out of the top of everything. This was into consolidation. Let's look at this on the 4-hour real quick so you can get scale. uptrending. Like if we would have bought, if we were smart, we'd have bought this back in October at 480. There it is. 6 o'clock bell. All right, so all right, DJ, give me a second. I'll look at SPY. We go through the news first. So right out of the top of everything, if you're interested in playing this, you gotta find a baseline, right? I think we come back down and hit 603 to 625. This is a master blaster here. So I'm gonna throw it down on my list for things to watch. Okay, moving on. One second, let me just get this over here, cause all right, there we go. And all right, Oracle AVGL. Biogene, BGNE, remember we talked about them the other day? They announced the results from their rational 309 trial of its drug versus a placebo and a combination of chemotherapy as a first-line treatment for patients with recurrent or metastatic nasopharyngeal cancer. I'm not sure what that means. They were selling off. They couldn't get back into the dailies. They're in the 4 hours now. I don't want to trade this stock. I think I'd rather trade something else. CNTX shares rise after saying its experimental drug significantly increased the suppression of tumor cells in a window of opportunity trial in patients with a type of breast cancer. This is big news. It's an $8 stock, up from $5. I mean, it's a big gap. I mean, that's a massive, right? If you were in this at the close yesterday at 5, you woke up at hitting 10, your money doubled. This is bullish in my opinion. We rallied up through the 4 hours, through the dailies, hit $10 psychological level, pulling back, touch the daily and the daily and the 4 hour Keltner channel top. Okay, we're currently consolidating, right? Uptrending market. I don't even see the weeklies on this. Do you? Where's the weeklies? So this stock normally moves about $1 a day. It's para-booming off of that news. So, you know, breast cancer or cure is big business. This could be a fun little penny one to play today. Okay, moving on. All right, Laz, are you here? There's a specific reason I wanted to make sure you're here. Okay. Lazard reports preliminary AUM approximately at 264.4 billion as of November 3rd. The monthlies, right? AUM, which is the I can't remember what AUM is. Assets under management include market depreciation of 5.8 billion, foreign exchange depreciation of 3.4 billion, and net outflows of 3.1 billion. Last, did you know you had your own little ticker, bud? Did you know you had a ticker? Why wouldn't you play the out of your ticker? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just be like, oh, there's a ticker after me, named after me? Why wouldn't I learn everything I can about it since it's got an ATR of about 150 a day? You can play this for monies. Plays for the monies. All right, moving on. I just thought that was funny. Waste Management authorizes a $1.5 billion share stock buyback, raises their quarterly dividend 13%. Still got overhead resistance at 165, 166. It's just chop fest. Stay away from Waste Management. Technoglass TGLS boosted the lower end of its forward-looking 21 revenue outlook to 490 million, from 490 million to 495, from 485 to 495. Right? Adjusted its EBITDA guidance from 147 to 150, from 140 to 150. Basically, they're coming. All right, so they got beat up yesterday, right? They didn't have earnings or anything, but they just came out and they said, yo, check it, we need to relook at our forward-looking guidance, right? And that's because they got hit with a recent report issued by a short seller contains inaccurate statements, groundless claims, character attacks, and speculation with the intent of misleading investors and driving down the value of the company's shares. Well, it did a damn good job at it. 33 to 21. So monthly mid, or monthly bottom, weekly bottom held, trying to get back out of the monthly bottom. Right, this is just an attack on it. So watch the short seller interest. It's bull flagging currently at the monthly bottom. If it can break out and above 23, I think 25 comes pretty easily. We fight through 25 to 27.50, and then 28 back to where it's likes to be, right? It's been consolidating at that $30 level. So there's an opportunity there. Contrarian, right? If it busts, if it doesn't hold the support level here, right? This massive level there, which I'm pretty sure it's going to, and it gets in trouble again, it's got, all right, it free falls from 18 to 0, basically. Moves $2 a day. Bull flag setting up. This is a good one if you want to play a little small cap, right? You want to play something cheap? Here it is. Don't do it today, though. Wait till next week. Okay. Copa Holdings, CPA. Reports revenue passenger miles fell 17.3% when compared to 2019 levels. Load factor was 84.5, down 100 BPS. It's Copa Holdings, right? And last week, it's been making a move. It's, oh my gosh, talk about cyclical, right? Rally, consolidate, drop, consolidate, rally, consolidate, rally, drop, drop. You can play this from the daily bottom to the daily top. It moves $5 a day. If it's got decent options, I would look into this one a little bit more. It's pretty easy to see what it's doing, right? 4 hour bottom, 4 hour top, daily top, 4 hour top. Daily mid, 4 hour bottom, daily bottom, back up, and it just moves back and forth. So that was Copa. That's it. You guys remember Zoomies, right? Remember Zoomies, right? They approve a buyback of up to 150 million of its common stock. Look at this. It's got massive overhead resistance, right? This is ugly. Rally into that. Look for a pullback. Pullback to 46.50, 45.50, 44 before it moves back up. Pretty nasty looking stock. Moves $3 a day. If you would have got in at the 4 hour bottom, take the 4 hour bottom to the 4 hour top, cash out. So 41, 46. There's other things to play. Vail Mountain Resorts, which I didn't even know that they were a publicly traded company. That's scary. See that right there? That's a death candle. 335 to 318 is dying. This is a death cry. It's through the 4 hour bottom, daily bottom, weekly mid. I gotta see if that's the monthly. 1 second. All right. So we're falling back down to the weekly bottom at 300, right, or lower. Vail reports a $3.44 loss versus 362. Q1 revenue at 1.75 million versus 1.92. Reported reaffirmed their forward-looking guidance at 785 to 835 million. Resort reported versus 815 versus estimated 815. So ski resorts, right? Their margins are so tight. Like they've got a $50 million range. And they missed out on $30 million for Q1, right? That's a big deal. Besides, they broke through support. So they move, Vail moves $11 a day. I don't know what the options look like, but this thing's coming back down to, I say, weekly bottom at 300. All right, that's Vail. Moving on, Lululemon. It's that time of year for the Lulus. Downtrending. Failed to break back into the 4 hour Keltner channel. It's below the daily, below the monthly. This is a downtrending stock. We played it last week, right? We played it up, right? Up to the monthly bottom for the larger move down. So Lululemon with lows all the way down at 390. This sucker moves $20 a day. They beat on earnings per share, right? And revenue. They're guiding fourth quarter revenues at 2.125 versus a 2.166. So they're lowering their guidance. They're seeing earnings per share at 10 cents less per share for fourth quarter, and they're guiding forward-year adjusted EPS at 7.69 versus 7.51. Lowers projected 21 mirror revenue to 125 million. Right? They're basically saying, yeah, we're not in that good a shape, right? Gymshark's out here kicking our butt, or I think weekly bottom may be incoming. 385 for Lulu. Leslie's Bulls, they're up 6% off of their earnings. They did smack into weekly mid and daily top. So I'm kind of bullish on this, right? Uptrending. It's super chopper elastic lipstick, and I don't believe it only. All right, I guess it moves a $1.40 a day. 4 hour top, 4 hour bottom, 4 hour mid, 4 hour bottom, 4 hour mid, 4 hour top, breakthrough 4 hour top, weekly mid, 4 top, right? Broke 4 hour top, 4 hour mid, rejected 4 hour mid. Okay. Hopefully you can see the ping pong effect that the Kellner channels have. Okay. I didn't just give away the secret there. All right, Costco earnings. All right, remember when we talked about Costco the other day and I drew this circle, like I want it to hit this level? Well, guess what it did? It hit that level. Okay, Costco off of the 4 hour bottom at the mid. Costco 540 above 545. We get back up to 550. Costco moves $15 a day. They beat on EPS. Revenue was 0.2 billion less. Sales excluding fuel up 10%, estimated 8%. Total company sales including fuel in constant currency at 9.8% versus 17.1% year over year, estimated 8.63. Their Q1 membership fees at 946 million versus 920 million. So bullish on Costco. I like it back up to here. You could go longer term 550. I think it hits that again. Yeah, Costco 550. Super bullish on the Costco. Chewy had earnings. Am I doing time? I need to hurry up. Chewy shares are down another 7%. There for a minute we thought Chewy might be able to get bullish again. However, it didn't. I see monthly bottom coming in at 45 on Chewy. On Chewy, if 50 breaks, 45 incoming. If 5250 breaks, we test 55 for another move to the downside. Above 56, maybe a little rally to 60, but Chewy is super bearish on me. Yeah, super bearish on Chewy. Okay. AMC, big news on coming out of AMC. The old president, chairman, and CEO all disclosed the sale of 312,000 common shares on the 7th at $30 per share for about $9.65 million. They also, their EVP and Executive Vice President and CFO disclosed the sale of 18,000 common shares at 30. That's got to rattle those apes. They also rejected the ape ETF coin. Right? So is there a crack in the AMC armor? I mean, I don't want to upset anybody, but I would feel a little upset if the ownership decided to sell shares. I'd feel a little betrayed, right? If I'd been hodling forever. Also, keep in mind, Christmas is coming up. Maybe they're selling shares to buy presents. Who knows? Crispy rejection off of the 4-hour top through the daily bottom. We got the 4-hour bottom incoming and weekly bottom here support. Poor AMC. They move $5 a day, so I like this 33 to. I don't even know. We'll have to see. I'm gonna keep an eye on AMC at the open. I'm seeing some bullish hints, but I also need to make sure that there's not a fire panic sell, right? Very easily could happen. Okay. All right, world news. UK October GDP missed by 9%. Versus a 1% consensus. 4.6 year over year versus 4.9. 0.1% month over month versus 0.0 or 0.4% consensus. It's not sketchy. That's sketchy. UK October trade balance smaller deficit, which is good. The UK October industrial OP missed by 0.6 versus 0.1. So inflation in the UK is going to be up. Japanese November PPI higher at 0.6 versus a 0.3. 9.9% versus 8.5. And Japanese wholesale prices hit a record high in November with a 9th straight month of gains. How's the yen doing this morning? Yen's still selling off. All right. Earnings before the bell. ASO. Didn't I see an ASO request over here? I swear I did. Did I see ASO? Yeah, Johnny, there you go. ASO had earnings. We'll get into that in a minute. Okay, so the news for the day is going to be the CPI numbers coming out in about 14 minutes. I'll go over futures really quickly, then we'll get into those requests. I'll try to get some of them taken care of, but I want to see how the market reacts to CPI. Okay. So, looking at the futes. Let's see if I can get a bigger perspective of this. See this little move in gold? That's bearish for crypto. It's bearish for coin. Dang it. The yen is continuing to sell off, right? Even though Japan came out and said that they had great production numbers. This is good for us. And then ZB, which is bonds. Just to get perspective, sell off, rally, fade, consolidation, right? We want ZB to kind of stay where it's at. Crude is on the rise again. And gold, while it's still down, it popped up really quickly. So I'm trying to give you guys, I'm trying to, like, what would be the best way to look at these? Like, for the week? That might be the ticket. We might have to start looking at these at this view, because that gives us from the beginning of the month. Well, let me just do this. Let's just look at it on the daily. All right, and there we go. That should fix everything. All right, see how gold is rallying. I don't like that. Bonds are rallying ahead. So we've got CPI numbers coming out. I don't know if this is just a rally to take profit, or does somebody actually know something? Look at the Russell, big pop. We got pops all over the board. Do you think they leaked the numbers early, or do you think that this is a head fake? Very possibly could be a head fake. Sorry, I'm looking at my futures board over here. Holy rally on the ES. What's going on? Let me know if some news just came out. What's up? Hold on. Twitter. All right. right. Just in, Moderna down nearly 10% following results of the flu vaccine. What? Yo, mRNA. Ouch. Oh, let's play mRNA today, shall we? All right. I'm gonna check out futures again. This is, I don't know what's going on with this. I'm not seeing any news. Does anybody have any reason why they're going up? Let me know, because we've still got 10 minutes before CPI numbers come out. Hold on, I'm seeing if I can find something. Something just happened. I'm not seeing any news that would cause that little pop, lock, and drop it. We got about 10 minutes before CPI numbers come out. So, all right, let me get into some of these trades with you guys real quick. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? My bad. Hold on. My bad. Asian markets. We forgot to talk about the Asian markets. In Asian markets, the Nikkei index fell negative 1%. Don't fall. It's okay. I promise. I still love you. The Shanghai index slipped a few points. Yeah, Shanghai's a little different. Hang Seng dropped 250, and in Europe the DAX is up 25. FTSE is flat. So mixed messages from Asian markets. I think a lot of it is waiting to come out and see what happens here with this news. Okay, after a late day sell-off, U.S. stocks at their session lows on Thursday. Nasdaq down 1.7% and S&P down 0.7%. U.S. equities futures edged higher on Friday ahead of fresh inflation data that could influence the Fed Reserve's timeline for reducing stimulus measures. U.S. stocks still appear on pace for a solid week of gain, but things could get dicey after the monthly CPI report at 8:30. Economists are expecting a headline inflation rate of 6.7 year-over-year, tally that could accelerate firmly past the October reading of 6.2 and mark the fastest rate of inflation since early 1980s. This is big news. Like this, the market's gonna react to this. I promise you. If it comes out and if it's higher than expected, volatility is the name of the game, my friend. It's gonna get woody. They're saying one. Oh, wait, there it was. Microsoft. Oh, shit. All right, so Microsoft reportedly set to win unconditional EA antitrust approval for its $1.16 billion acquisition of Nuon. Remember Nuon from back in the day? Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Nuon, right? Dude. So that Microsoft news is gonna rock the market, rock the bills, y'all. We have an inverted head and shoulders on Microsoft. Let's keep an eye on Microsoft today. Based on CPI numbers, we could also play this one. Nuance Communications, rally. All right, getting back into it. Sorry. Recent comments by Powell indicate a faster pace of bond purchase tapering from the central bank next week, as well as earlier than expected rate hikes later this summer, which can only get quicker with a hotter than expected reading this morning. So keep an eye out. I'm going to take a break here in a minute. Let me see. Let's do this. Let me know in the chat if you want to watch futures or if you want to look at the FlowTrade chart while I take a break. I just have to go get some people up, right? So we have a request for AMD, PayPal, Roku, Chewy. All right, Chewy had that earnings. Remember Chewy earnings? They got smacked down. Algo's just trading with price action, right? Let's see if it's a buy the dip or sell the rip move for Chewy. Let's see what the algo does at the open. 60-10 is regular block trade. Oh, what did I do there? That's lame. 60-10. All right, I gotta hurry because I want to take a break before these numbers come out. We have a dark, right? 60, 59.94, I think is the level there. Watch what happens with the algo at these levels, if and only if it breaks. Right? If the algo rejects off of that and curls back up, I still wouldn't touch Chewy with a 10-foot pole, to be honest with you. PayPal is a disappointment. I really thought we'd get some better moves off of PayPal. It's forming head and shoulders right now. I'm not super bullish on it like I was earlier. It needs a little bit more time. Gap, pullback, gap, pullback. It's currently resting at dark pool. Let's just call that white line support at 191.75. I think it's really waiting to see into next week, this level here. Right, if that level holds, we should be good. The algo was making higher highs and higher lows. It didn't make a lower low, and it's currently in line with this kind of a move here. I totally used the wrong, anyway. All right, I'm gonna take a break for a minute. All right, there's your futures 1 minute chart. I will be right back. Give me a second. All right, I'm back, and the numbers will be popping here in a minute. I'm trying to figure out where we're going to see that. Where are we going to get the best news from? See if I can find. Let's see. Who do you think is going to have the best news on it? Let's see. Who's going to give us the best CPI? There it is. Boom. They came out. Oh my Rocky McRock. Why didn't I put in a buy order? Holy crap. Will they come out at 0.9? What were they expecting? CPI. Bank of America. I just read some news on Bank of America. They had to, their mid-Asia flight had to turn around due to mechanical issues. So Bank of America should take a dump. Excuse me. All right. Are these out? Are these new? Trying to find this. There it is. CPI up 0.7, 0.5, 6.8. That's the one we're looking at. So CPI numbers came out at 6.8 versus 6.7. That is not good, right? This is a head fake. It's an absolute head fake on the ES right now. Oh, hold on. Maybe I misread that. Okay, so they estimated 0.6%. It came out at 0.5%. So, yes, we are bullish today. Okay, good CPI numbers. What does that mean? So, let me just make sure that I'm not getting... Because BIS numbers are different than what I'm seeing on Twitter. So, there it is. Medical, all items. Oh, you know what? Why didn't I just... Dude, I had the news right here. I had the numbers right here. Dang it. I should have just used this. Inflation surged 6.8, even faster. No, see, now I'm starting to get mixed numbers. There it is. That's 6.8 versus 6.7. So, like I said, that's a head fake. Right? This is people thinking, oh, wait, hold on. Let it sink in for a minute. Let's just keep an eye on it. This is showing 6.9. Figures. They couldn't get it updated quickly enough. All right, so where the heck are people getting this news? All right, there we go. I'm going to put in a sell, order, sell, order, sell, order. Hold on, give me 1 second here. Another quick little pop. Give it to me. All right, I'm in. I am in like Flynn. All right, here it comes. We're either going to rip, rally, and roar, or we're going to fall down on our faces today. Gold is rallying, crude's rallying, bonds are up. Look at the yen. See this yen? Like we said, ooh, I'm going to get stopped out. Ah, possibly. So, bullish initial reaction with price continuation pushes off the critical 4670 zone. Bulls are going to need to hold this now to run to 47.60 targets and not revisit 46.70 from here. Any trapping that loses support here is not a good thing, right? So basically what they're saying is this: look, if we don't hold this level here, we're gonna fail, right? Oh, I got stopped out. Damn it. Hate it when that happens. All right. Just reading the news. Treasury yields move lower after CPI data. 10-year yield lasts 1.492%. Bonds, all right, so these bond futures are starting to fall a little bit. Wow, what a bullish reaction. What a bullish reaction. Consumer price inflation jumped 6.8% year over year in November, the largest increase since 1982. Okay, so we need to dissect this. All right. So we got an initial rally off of the news. They're saying inflation is higher than expected, right? I don't know if that's bullish for the day or not. I do know that I'll be right back in a second. I gotta go wake somebody up. I'll be right back. Oh, you know what? I got a couple more minutes. All right, so I'm gonna give this a second to kind of flush out a little bit. All right. NQ, initial pop and rally off of that news, right? So everything initially rallied off of it. Giant head fake. So the line in the sand, I think, is this 40. Where's it at? 46. $46.95. Okay, so dang it. All right, so I got stopped out twice, and I'm a little upset about that. Okay, we're gonna wait for this to cool down. I'm gonna quit trying to catch the top because it's frustrating me. There's some big orders. You got a lot of orders coming in at this level here. This 40. Do we get 4,700? Whoa, my numbers are off. Hold on, what's going on here? Wait a minute. So basically, all right, so what they come out and they said that inflation is higher, right? We got a hotter than expected reading, which will indicate that they're on a faster pace for bond purchase tapering from the central bank next week. See what I'm saying with bonds down, right? So kind of sketchy on this initial. All right, I'll be right back. I have to, like, I'm getting mixed numbers from every place. I'm seeing November core at 5.5% versus prior year 0.6%. And they're saying that CPI at 0.8% versus 0.6. So, I mean, it's definitely November CPI is higher, but the consensus is 0.9. Hold on. Let me just keep an eye on it here. All right, we need to move this sucker down. Way down here. All right. All right, I will be right back. Then we'll get into the plays. ES really just rallied up to previous highs, and now we get the pullback. That level right there. What is that level? Because it nailed it. It's a fib retracement. Is that previous lows? Where did I get that fib level? I'll have to find it again. All right, I'll be right back. Give me a second. All right, when I come back, we're going to do the flow trade plays, so please have them ready. Yo, how's that? Is that better? I am back. All right. So, hey, Johnny, I was just telling you that you'd requested if inflation numbers are higher, why are we rallying? Well, it's because it was still lower than last month, right? We zero point 0.9 last in October was 0.9, October was 0.6, November's numbers came in at 0.8 and 0.5. So November was a massive increase, right? But it's still lower than it was. Make sense? Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense there. Yeah, mic's back on. Yeah, it's back on. Is it back on? Okay. All right. All right. My bad. All right. Let's get into the plays, and then let's figure out what we're going to trade today. Okay. So as far as requests go, I've gone over Mara, Tesla, AMD, right? There was a request for Chewy, SQQQ. And then Roku, I believe, as I saw Roku in there. Bank of America, yes. Bank of America and Roku. So I owe you guys Bank of America and Roku. I do expect a... I would like a pullback, right, for a bullish day. Because we just gapped up, right? So we need to fill that gap, and then I think we can get bullish. I'm looking at some other futures here. SQQQ. Look at just all the regular block trades coming in the last couple of days. The Algo is trading with price action, right? The Algo is currently pointed down. We're making a little bit of a cup and handle, but the Algo is trading with price action. There's a gap to fill from 635 to 660, but based on those numbers and the Algo pointing down the way it is, right? Let's look at the 1 minute going into the close yesterday. Right, we have bearish divergence. Okay, when you're getting this amount of regular block trades every penny, right? I don't trade this stuff. Just know that SQQQ is going to pull back. Okay, let's get into something else. Roku, the Broku. All right, so divergence is a real thing. We knew that any short pops into Roku would be sell the rip. I believe we talked about that. The Algo's been selling off for weeks, right? This divergence, I think, may be played out here, right? Trading with price action. So let me illustrate this in a way that I can. We had divergence here, right? This divergence is played out. That divergence is played out. So now the price action is falling. The Algo is coming down with it. I know that elf is crazy. Not bad. My elf on the shelf decided it wanted to just swim in a bowl of candy. Crazy elf. So divergence. So now the price action is fading. The Algo is fading with it, right? So there's no divergence. This divergence is played out. If we get a bounce, if we can just, I'll be right back in 1 second. So if we get a bounce off of this low, then Roku could, rally off of that. Contrarian, right? This previous low breaks. Contrarian, that previous low breaks, and we gap filled back down to 220, right? So very important day coming up for Roku. No real regular or dark pool block trades in the last 6 days to help us out. We have one coming in here on the 7th at the close, which we gapped up out of off at 216.60. But I'm going to wait and see what happens with price action at this level here. Let's go ahead and check in on Roku this morning. See what we got going on. All right, so, it's in this weekly Keltner channel cloud, and it couldn't get out of the daily, couldn't get out of the weekly. It got smacked at 266, rejected, pulled back all the way back down here to this fib level, right? I was like, oh, hey, look at this 382. I almost touched it, right? I think I was off on my adjustment by a couple of cents, right? Right, I was off just by a couple of cents. So we're just kind of hanging out right around the 50, between the 50 and the 618. We held 234. It's got a $20 move per day. If it can get, it's got to get back in. If it gets in this cloud above, all right, Roku above 245, just to make it easy. Roku above 245 hits 260. Roku below 235, 215. There's the numbers. I'm not even going to screw around with it. I'm just going to make it easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There's the move. So if Roku breaks above this red line, it goes higher. If it breaks down below this red line, it goes lower. There you go. Take a screenshot of that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, that was Roku. It held that support level I was talking about, 234, 235. It held this level here. It's starting to move back up. Check it out. This is like long-term support resistance. Right? See how many times it hit there? Rejected. So when it gets through, all that's going to become support. So I'm bullish on Roku. All right, I spent a lot of time on that one. Sorry. Coinbase. Hold on. Let me check in on gold. Gold is in a zone. I might actually be kind of bullish on gold, to be honest with you. Do I take my $20 or do I try to play a bigger play? Let's see. You guys can hear me still, right? You can hear me, you can see me. All right, let's go. Chewy went over Chewy. Coinbase. I've got a Lotto in on coin, right? I see coin to 276. Above 275, Coinbase hits 280. I'm bullish on coin, right? Bull flagging. Next resistance is a 4-hour mid at 273, 276. 273 is a target. Well, I've got the 280s, right? Which is way up here, right? Here's the zone that we want to trade in. Talk about trading in the zone. That's the zone we want to get to. We're currently coming out of this zone here. All right, pretty close. Rally, pull back, and then we rally up to the next zone. Okay, I'm really starting to learn the zones, Terry. We're gonna kill it, right? Okay. Coin bull flag. bullish. Let's check out, look at some other data here. 4-hour doji. This is a bear flag. Failed bear flag rejection, hopefully. Look at coin on this chart. Yeah, bullish pre-market. Yeah. I like coin up to 276. Like, I like it up to this 200 SMA, right? You know, if you've learned about anything about the zones, we got a pre-market high right there. That's the target, right? What does it do? It pulls back to here, right? What happens when it gets above that? It rallies, right? We pull back. So we rally up, we pull back to the low. So from 276 to 275 is that zone we want to trade in. Above 275, we get pretty woody up to 290, 300. We got 311 is the 21 EMA. 301 is the 50 SMA. Those are our targets. Rally, pullback, rally. We talked about the Wu-Tang pattern reversal a little bit. Let me see if I can show you what this looks like. Oh, I wish these lines were bigger. Right, and so we break that level, we get the woo, right? We take out the previous high, right? We want to get an above 290 for the move to 323, 340, right? Take out the previous high. I'll do a video this weekend on the Wu-Tang pattern reversal. Laz, do you want to join me as a guest speaker on it? We can go over it together. Let me know. Let me know if you want to help out on that. Looking at some Fib levels for ES. ES is setting up to rip at the bell. I'm expecting a pullback. I don't know if we gap fill or not. I should take my $20 and run. All right, Roku, coin, Chewy. All right, so here's the ones that I wanted to look at this morning. I want to look at FSLY, Airbnb, FSLR, and AVGO. All right, start in the upper left-hand corner. This is FSLY, right? Inverse head and shoulders, cup and handle. Algo is steady buying, making higher highs and higher lows, right? It's been buying since last month, the end of last month. We pull back to dark pool support at 35.99. Let's just call that 36. From 36, we get a rip to 37, pull back support, gap up, pull back, smack right into previous lows, coming in here at 40, at 52, right? Pull back to support, so there's a zone right there that we could have traded. Right? It's actually a big zone, right? We gap up above previous lows, rally up to regular block trade at 43.21. That's a profit taking move, right? Rally, 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 profit taking dark or regular block trades come in. We sell off back to support. Hopefully you can see this zone right here, Terry, that runs approximately 46.50 to 40.50. So a little $6 zone. FSLY has probably got a $6 ATR. Okay. So we're bouncing off that. So if we can break, you know, we're in this tradable zone as far as I'm concerned for FSLY. We maintain support. The Algo is making higher highs and higher lows, right? We don't really have any block trades as targets, so pretty decent looking price action there, FSLY. Currently in the 4-hour cloud. Maintains support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty significant bull flag at the 4-hour top. So that zone that I said from 40, what did I say it was from? 40.50, right? I was wrong. FSLY has a $4 ATR, right? So if it can break, if it can move above 42.33, then we come back up, you know, 43.21, which was yesterday's open, right? For a move up to this weekly mid at 45. I think there's a pretty decent move there in FSLY. Contrarian, we reject that. We come back down here and test the 4-hour mid, right? And below that, we come back and test the 4-hour bottom. So if we get some, you know, we got some pretty decent CPI numbers. Looks like the market may, it's just consolidating right now. It's ugly. So that's FSLY. FSLR is the next one I want to check out as well. So let's get that loaded up. Airbnb. All right, bullish divergence on Airbnb. This is relatively new here. So algorithm or support the algo. Let me just do this. I think it's better if I just do it so y'all can see what's going on. Dark pull at the close, right? Dark pull at the open. Bunch of regular blocks coming in, right, at the close. So this is the Wu-Tang reversal. Let me just get a decent color out here. So we've got the algo is steady uptrending, right? We've got 1, 2. That's going to be a 1, 1, 2, 3 reversal. See what happens when we take out this previous, right there is when we get this massive move up, right? So 1, 2, 3 reversal. I think it's 1, 1, 2, 3 reversal, right? I may be off, but it's a W pattern. Price action's trading, right? All that divergence played out. We have new divergence that's occurred. Price action came down, found support at previous lows, and it's trying to make its way back up, getting through some of these regular and dark pull levels. I have a dark pull target, or regular block trade target at 186.50. That's a $5 move on Airbnb. Algo is supporting that move as far as I'm concerned, right? It's trying to do its job. As far, let's look at in the 4-hour cloud. This is a giant bear flag there. Nice move pre-market. See how these 4-hour Keltner is pretty much at a 45-degree up, right? We don't have anything causing us drama up to 186.50, right? 186.50, right? This level here. Hopefully y'all are going to start being able to see these moves, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 3 leg is always bigger than the 5 leg and the 1 leg. That's the move I'm looking for. $13 ATR. I think we're bullish on it. Airbnb. Moving on. FSLR. Okay. Previous lows right here. This is our target. The algo came down, bounced off of its previous lows, right? What's a good way for me to illustrate the algo? use orange. We will use orange. All right, the algo ran into previous resistance at this level here, right? If the algo were to be in a range, right? So price action comes down, bounces off of this level here, rallies up, consolidates, falls through, comes back down and finds support, right? Massive sell-off that day, rallied, gap up, resistance, right? Previous resistance, pull back, trend line, right? Previous resistance, trend line, oh, it's not gonna let me do it, dang it. Trend line support, algo's consolidating, bouncing, price action falling down, previous support. This is a little flash crash. This is an algo flush. We're not going to count that for anything. Right? Basically, I'm not. Hate it when it does that. One second. I was just talking to my stream. Come on. Come on. So frustrating. FSLR. Kind of front running it a little bit. Hoping that this little slingshot squeeze releases to the upside. Looking at this doji on the 4 hour. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. And this doji candle right here as a reversal. This is a flash crash. Right? Sorry. This is the flash crash we rallied off of. No. Stupid. So every time we've came down to this supply demand zone, we've made pretty decent moves off of it. Right? Consolidation, rally, pullback, consolidation, rally, pullback, held 4 hour cloud, rallied, broke 4 hour cloud, couldn't get back through it, right? Fading off to support. This may be an H-shaped, and if it is, then I'm wrong and we come down to 90. If I'm right, then we rally up to 4 hour cloud, previous lows at 102, fight our way through the cloud. Above 140, 104.63 is the safer move. So if you want to take a trade above 105 to 122 on FSLR, there's an opportunity there. Seriously though, yo. What is up? All right. FSLR, like I said, so I'm looking at this move here. Right, the safer move, obviously, like I said, is above 105, above previous high for a move to the upside. Gonna keep an eye on the algo. Okay. What else did I have on there? DocuSign. I think DocuSign might be a good long-term play in that it's at a discount right now. However, when Zoom did the same thing, it never fully recovered, right? Zoom had the same effect and it never fully recovered. Are these COVID stocks done? Right? Are they through with their the COVID rally? Yo, come on. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so what was I saying? Docu, AVGO. I want to look at AVGO too real quick. Huh, it sucks. So DocuSign, right? The algo this is trading with price action, right? It's not bullishly, bearishly removed. Rally pullback. So we've got some support and resistance levels. I'm going to be looking at, I've got some alerts set if we get above these regular block trades right here at 155.28. This came in at the open, so this is obviously, hey, after a 3 or 4 day rally, let's go ahead and take some profit, which is what this means, right? And we had a dart pool that came in at the same time, right? So, yo, pretty decent rally. Oh, we're not holding that. We're not holding that level. Let's go ahead and take some profits, right? That's what that is. We've got support right here at 147.50. And then we've got trend line. There we go. So if the algo bounces at this level here and can pull price action back up, there's a move from, 147 to 150. Yay, Lucid. Talk about choppy suey. Okay, so what I do like about DocuSign is this, right? This is a 200 SMA. We broke above it, right? I may be front running this a little bit, right? But we've got positive or neutral and increasing MACD. We've got a massive slingshot squeeze getting ready to release. Ready aim fire signal fired. We got a mid thrust fire signal getting ready to release. If this is a bear flag, we'll know quickly if it fails, right? If it's a reversal, then obviously above the safe moves above 150, 155 to 191. Like, I think there's room on DocuSign. Like, don't write off DocuSign, man. I'm telling you. Don't write it off. We got straightened out moving averages, right? 821.34 SAC positive. We held VWAP. We've got a 200 below us and a 50 below us, right? So this is bullish. If we take up 155, I think we get long. Are you done? Yeah. Love you. Have a great day. See you soon. I like this move. Coming off of a demand zone. Let's go check out our supply zone. That's a big move, right? That's a $12 move on DocuSign. $12 move on DocuSign. Algo flow granularity. Let's look at the 5-minute. Let's look at support resistance levels. Right. I thought I saw an update for this. I might be front running a little bit. Might be front running a little bit on the DocuSign. So, like I said, if the algo breaks, we're good. All right, man. I'm going to check in the chat one more time, and then that's it. I got to run AVGO and Oracle. I talked about Oracle this morning. First thing, I talked about Oracle this morning. It's just bullish, right? The algo does not lie. God, that's gorgeous. I talked about Oracle the other day. I've talked about Oracle about 5 times. I swear. I can't even. It's like, look at this. That's bullish, right? That's bullish. We had a wedge breakout. Damn. Positive earnings, gap up. This is a peg stock, right? So if this cloud holds, Radiant Fire retraces, like this is, I'm going to play the crap out of Oracle, basically. 100's a point, right? That divergence may be played out. Don't get caught. This divergence may very well be played out. Because we're trading way up here now. This divergence is probably played out. So don't get stuck like Chuck on these. Please don't get stuck like Chuck on these. Right? Don't go chasing this crap. Wait for it to pull back. Expect it to come back to 90. Yeah, Oracle is booming, but I mentioned it earlier. If we were smart, right? But we don't trade. We are smart. We don't trade earnings. All right, AVGO. They also came out. I believe they had earnings. Another one that had earnings, but look at what it was doing before that. Consolidation, rally, consolidation, rally. What does it do at this level? There's lots of information happening here, right? Got lots of data to try to absorb. 5-minute chart. Let's not forget it was trading at lows at 542. It's an $80 move. See this giant wick killer here, right? That took out all the stops. All the stops. All this lunch money's gone. Gone, 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 gone. On this rally, people are moving their stops up, right? Right? Move stops up, pull back. You know, wick killer just took out all those stops. It ate everybody's lunch money. And now it's consolidating. Okay. AVGO, as far as the algorithm is concerned, it's trading with price action. We have dark pool level at 583.42. Right, 583.42, this level here. We have a regular block trade that came in at 590.40 here at the close. There's your range. Above 590, it's super woody. Don't forget, there's a gap. There is a gap right there. Watch what the algo does at this level. Right? Does it hold support or does it break? If it breaks, whew, it's got a beautiful downside play. I'm out. Thanks for joining me once again. I'm Darkpool Algo. I will see you all in this weekend watch list. Let me know if you have requests. Leave your comments in the comments section below the video, and have a great day. It's Lotto Friday. Don't lose your butt on a Friday, please. I want to see y'all here next week. Your only job is to keep your seat at the table and watch for massive volatility at the open. I'm moving my stop on my I'm moving my stop on my futures trade down. I'm going to go ahead and get out of that before the open and take my little $26 win. $25 a day on futures is $100 a week. $5,000 a year.